Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on this Tuesday morning. I'm Gary Liberty. Good morning once again, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. If you are getting the kids ready for the bus stop this morning, Eric, it's not going to be too bad for them on the way to school, but maybe this afternoon might be different, right?
Yeah, that's right, Gary. We have some light snow starting to work in right now, but the steadiest of it is going to be pushing through for much of the daylight hours today. Let's take a look at the radar right now. Some of you might be seeing a few flurries already this morning, but for the most part, it's not really that heavy. As we head throughout the morning, though, we see some of that snow really starting to move in here, and that's going to be more of a sleety, wet type snow today, which is going to be very difficult in pinpointing the exact locations of seeing those highest snowfall accumulations. Now, what we are thinking is in the Mohawk Valley, there's going to be plenty of warm air moving in to the point where it's going to be a mainly sleet mix. So at least you know the lowest elevations are not going to be seeing the brunt of this system. Live look in Cooperstown this morning. We got a few snow flurries falling right now. Temperature of 29 degrees. And around the state, the temperature is pretty consistent here. 29 in Rome, 30 Hamilton. It's 32 in Syracuse. And see, that's the thing here. Those temperatures hovering right around the thawing point here, despite it actually still snowing. So today's highs climb into the mid-30s with a snow sleet mix for a lot of us. Some of you in the highest of elevations will stay entirely as wet, dense snow. Now, following today, we're looking at a pretty quiet stretch heading into Christmas Eve and Christmas, but we have more active weather on the way. We'll have the details on that straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The Epstein files are still having
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back to Sunrise on this Tuesday. Our photo of the day today feel very festive with this submission here in Utica by a frequent submitter from Lazor Photography. This is a shot here, a double exposure shot. Pretty interesting here. You can see, of course, the Utica sign and its colors there, but notice in the background, you've got the festive tree there near Adirondack Bank. So you've got a great photo right here, a very festive one sent in for Utica. And a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. The great shot of this right here. Photo of the day brought to you by GPO Federal Credit Union. If you have a photo like that you'd like to send to us, send to WKTV.com/weather/pics. We're tracking the arrival of widespread snow this morning. We have the details on totals, timing, and everything you need to know coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The Utica Children's Museum is offering 2 full
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody. Time now is 5:51, and we begin with a live look at roadways this morning. Yes, we're seeing the arrival of widespread snowfall, but a lot of this isn't going to quite reach the ground, or at least accumulate just yet. You can see here much of these roads are looking quiet and clear. So if you're heading to work early this morning, you should have no trouble. A live look at the radar here, we can see that widespread snow starting to move in, and this will be a pretty consistent scene for much of the daylight hours today. In fact, temperatures will be climbing into the mid-30s with some snow showers pretty much all day long. It begins to taper off as we head toward the mid to late afternoon here across central New York. So you can see what's going on right now. We have this warm front lifting its way into our area. So yes, it produces snow, but also with that warm air moving in, there's that mixing taking place too that we have to be looking out for, because that'll cut down on snowfall totals in those lowest elevations. Key thing here, this is an elevation-based snow event. In fact, by the late evening and overnight, we even see some mixing taking place with rainfall in parts of the lowest of elevations. So here in our Skycast, see the arrival of this widespread snow. By 12:30 this afternoon, temperatures are in the mid-30s. So we're expecting more of a sleety snow mix in the Mohawk Valley. And then as we head into the evening hours, additional snowfall will taper off right around sunset. And then we'll see more lake effect push through briefly into the early morning hours Wednesday before again tapering off throughout the day. Christmas Eve looking mainly quiet, mostly cloudy skies, and then Santa's arriving overnight Christmas Eve into Christmas Day, and look at this, he's got really no impacts to look out for. Maybe some light snow, but by that point, the presents are already under the Christmas tree. Then Christmas Day starts out below freezing, climbing above freezing into the mid-30s. So this is a challenging forecast, full transparency here. This is entirely elevation based, and there's such a fine line between a sleety snow and wet, heavy snow that these elevations will be seeing drastically different totals. This is our official forecast for this event. I want to show you some model data though here, because this is what we mean. Look at this. Some locations seeing none. You head up those highest elevations, there could be even higher totals between 4 and 7 in some parts of the Adirondacks here. So just as a heads up, this is if you live in the hilltop areas, you could be seeing a lot more in terms of wet snow than any wintry mix. Following that, though, as I mentioned, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, maybe a few flurries and snow showers here and there, but otherwise mainly quiet, unimpactful weather. Cooling down quickly Friday with another clipper system, highs in the teens, and then looking a little busy as we had following Christmas time, but at least for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, if you're traveling anywhere, looks pretty quiet.
Great news there.
Yes, great news. Santa's loving it too.
Eric, thanks. The time right now is 5.
The news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on this Tuesday morning. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And for kids on their way to school, just starting to see the start of some snow, right?
Yeah, that's right. And the snow is starting out a bit lightly this morning. It's going to be pretty steady all day long. Nothing major, nothing minor, just a steady snow. We take a look at the radar because, as you can see here, the snow is just starting to move in across the Mohawk Valley. And for now, rates are on the quieter side. To our south, a different story there. Got a band of some heavier snowfall moving through the southern tier and Finger Lakes area, hitting the Binghamton zone and heading into Pennsylvania. But again, we're expecting this light to moderate snow to push into the Mohawk Valley over the next few hours. So when it comes to impacts, if you're heading out this morning, realistically not a very high impact. The snow was light enough, roads are plowed and treated, so should have no issues driving to work today. As we head into the afternoon, we're going to be just slowly seeing that snow add up. Again, it's nothing major, but just be prepared for some slushy spots as we head into the evening hours here, as that snow, again, will be expected to accumulate. In the lowest elevations, it's a different story because we're expected to see temperatures peak in the mid-30s today, allowing a sleety mix to move in, cutting down on snowfall totals here. And that's one of the challenging parts of this forecast and keeping us on our toes today. So stay tuned for updates on how this event plays out. We giving you guys our thoughts on how things shape up today, which again, starting out with that widespread snowfall, a bit of a wintry mix moving in the early afternoon, and then switching back over to lake effect snow by tonight into early Wednesday morning. We're going to break down the arrival times as well as what you can expect for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The U.S. has struck another vessel.
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back. Time now is 6:13 on this eve of Christmas Eve, and here's what you can expect heading out the door this morning in your forecast in a minute. First off, we begin with a look at current conditions. 30 degrees with cloudy skies in Rome, but for some of you already seeing some of that light snow moving in right now. Easterly winds of 6 miles an hour, feels like 24 degrees out. By the way, we are of course in the shortest days of the year, but we're slowly gaining daylight by a few seconds every single day. Of course, that rate will increase more and more until we hit the spring equinox. So it only goes up from here, by the way. Roadways still looking pretty okay this morning. We have to wait a little bit for those roads to see any actual impacts from that snowfall this morning. Radar picking up on that snow across much of the area right now. And when it comes to impact timing, the snow is heaviest as we head into the afternoon, and then we're going to see some lingering snow showers end as we head into Wednesday morning. So again, today, high temperatures in the mid-30s with snow, wintry mix, and lower elevations. We're going to do much more of a deep dive into this coming up in a couple of minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. One of the sporting world's most prominent franchises will be moving. That's right, Kansas City. The Chiefs will be moving from Kansas City, Missouri to Kansas City, Kansas. The Chiefs made the
WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Light snow to start your day today. However, it has only just begun, so when it comes to accumulations, not a whole lot just yet. A live look at some roadways this morning. We're going to be keeping a close eye on it because, again, as we head throughout the day, some spots will start to see some snow accumulating on said roads. It's going to take a while after this snowfall continues to move in. Yorkville Battery Live Radar. The steadiest snowfall is now basically taking place near the Ithaca area in closer to the southern tier, but mainly out in the Finger Lakes area right now, more on the lighter side here locally. And today we're going to be expecting mainly snow all day long. Along with that, temperatures climbing above freezing. See here, 33 at 3, 34 at 7. That's going to allow the potential for a wintry mix to move in. And that is what's challenging in this forecast. When it comes to impacts, it's pretty easy, but when we're hovering right on the freezing point, accumulations get very tricky. Either way, this is part of a much larger Clipper system moving its way in. It's going to be all snow initially. Then that warm slot moves in briefly, switching over to a bit of a rainy or a sleety mixture, and then switching back over to lake effect snow overnight into early Wednesday. As we zoom in here in the Skycast, you guys can see what I mean here. So there's that snow coming in. We are below freezing right now. As we head throughout the early afternoon, we've got that snow, but temperatures are now in the mid-30s. Well, especially in the Mohawk Valley. Below freezing still in those higher elevations north. So with that in mind, pretty much an all-snow event here might switch over to a snow and sleety event, especially in the lower elevations. At the evening hours today, as you head home from work, the snow will taper off. We're going to see some even rain and sleet or freezing rain mixing in before we switch over to some more lake effect snow overnight tonight into early tomorrow. So in terms of accumulations, and this is why our forecast confidence meter right here is right around the middle zone, because again, with a system like this, a difference of a degree will mean that your neck of the woods could see different totals. But again, at least with a general idea, this is what we were expecting in terms of accumulations, elevation based, and the fact that we're going to be seeing a bit of a sleety, snowy mix as we head throughout the afternoon hours, especially in lower elevations. We'll cut down on those totals. And in fact, this is the raw model data that we have here. And this is what we mean when we say that some of this snowfall is going to be mainly elevation based. And then, of course, as we head throughout the overnight hours, that'll switch over to all snow throughout the area. Your 7-day forecast, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, looking pretty quiet. A few flurries. We're in the 30s down into the teens on Friday, and then some more active weather as we follow Christmas into the weekend. So not too bad weather, Gary, for any traveling tomorrow or Thursday.
Better off putting it off till tomorrow instead of today, that's for sure. Eric, thanks. Be sure to like us on Facebook. Good morning once again, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. The snow is just starting to fall in many parts of our area this morning. And Eric, that snow is going to be falling for a while, you were mentioning.
Yeah, that's right, Gary. Right now it's not heavy, but yes, it's going to be pretty much an all-day long event here. Let's take a look at the radar and see how it's shaping up right now. And this morning, It's slowly arriving, so we have a few light flurries. If you're heading out right now, the roads are pretty much okay. The snow hasn't really gotten to be at a rate where it might impact travel just yet. So if you're heading out this morning, you should have very little impacts, at least between the next hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. Steadier snow begins to work in from the southwest, and that'll be arriving as we head throughout the morning and afternoon, and that'll start to see some minor accumulations begin to move in. A live look at downtown Utica, very fine snow falling right now, and that's what we're tracking, and that's what's making this forecast so challenging. When you have those temperatures right around the freezing point, snow behaves a little weird. It starts to become massive, fluffy snowflakes, and then right at a fraction of a degree, it goes to a sleety, fine particle. And that's the key here because, of course, big snowflakes versus fine sand-like snow or even sleet can produce drastically different snowfall accumulations. Either way, we're seeing that take place right now. Expect a more snow type event this morning. As we climb above freezing this afternoon, expect a snow-sleet mixture that might cut down on some of those totals. Either way, we're going to dive more into this system and what you can expect throughout the rest of the day coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The Powerball jackpot has now...
Channel 2 is brought to you by Holland Farms Bakery and Deli.
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back to Sunrise here on this Tuesday. This is my final day here at Sunrise until next Monday. So I figured for my final photo I'll be showing you guys for the holidays, I figure what none better to show than a great shot of the holiday Utica sign in downtown Utica. This was sent in by a frequent submitter, Lazur Photography, and if you notice closely, it's actually a double exposure. You notice, of course, the Utica sign being on the side of the parking garage there, but actually the backdrop is more so of the Adirondack Bank right there. So you have a double exposure shot of a beautiful Christmas scene in Utica. Amazing photo sent in by Lazur Photography, and if you have a photo like this that you'd like to share with us for the holidays and whatnot, send to WKTV.com/weather/pics. Your photo of the day, every day, brought to you by GPO Federal Credit Union. So today we are tracking the arrival of widespread snow. We'll have the details on any wintry mix, totals, and what you can expect impact-wise throughout the day and heading into the holidays coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The Utica Children's Museum is...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Today we are tracking the arrival of widespread snow, at least early this morning. It's not that heavy, but still, as we head throughout the day, that snow will slowly accumulate. A look at the current conditions outside right now. If you were heading out to work early today, you really should have no impacts travel-wise. You might have a light dusting of snow on your car, but that's really about it. The snow hasn't really had a chance to stick yet, but it will do so in the next few hours. You look at the radar, that widespread snow is slowly moving its way eastward, and as you can see here, it's slowly inching its way over into our area. You can see the path to the east eventually shifting in this direction over the next few hours. So today it's pretty much a snowy one all day long. Your cookie forecast here obviously has temperatures in the 30s this afternoon, which means that we could see some mixing taking place, which is the difficult part of this forecast. See 33 in the afternoon and 37 by 7 or 34 by 7. Still, we have this system moving its way in from a warm front. In the process, the leading edge all snow, but then as that warm air slowly pushes in, it's going to mix in with some of that snow to produce a sleet, a wintry mix type scenario here, and that'll primarily fall in the lowest of elevations. So let's dive into it here in the Skycast. Today, starting out all snow by around 12:30. Temperatures in the valley are above freezing, allowing some mixing to take place right there. And then that snowfall or wintry mix mixed in with snow continuing into the evening. It will taper off right around the time for the evening commute, but we're going to be seeing the arrival of some light sprinkles, eventually back over to lake effect snow overnight into early Wednesday morning. Then Wednesday is looking pretty quiet, mostly cloudy skies. And then, most importantly, Christmas Eve night, Santa begins to arrive, and he's only really dealing with cloudy skies. Some light snow showers by the early morning hours for Christmas Day, but of course Santa's already long gone, and there are Christmas presents under your Christmas tree. So, for accumulations, generally speaking, this is what we're looking at here. But again, the confidence level right there in the middle, because a difference of a degree or two, we'll see some differences here. But either way, less about the actual snowfall totals on the ground, more about the impacts, which this is live model data here of what we can expect by the morning hours Wednesday. Still, it's elevation based, it's wet snow, it's a sleety mix in lower elevations. Just plan accordingly, just check road conditions before you head anywhere today, because by tomorrow, much improved. It's going to be dry, cloudy, temperatures peaking in the low to mid 30s, and then for Christmas Day also looking quiet. So great news on that front too.
Even though it's dry, take your time tomorrow. A lot of folks in a hurry to get to where they need to go.
Yes, that's right. It'll be very busy tomorrow being Christmas Eve.
A lot of crazy drivers on the roads these days.
I will say that. You're not wrong, Gary.
Eric, thanks. Well, Barry...
With Gary Liberatore.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And we have seen some snow falling much of the morning. Luckily, though, it's been very light.
Yes, not a whole lot of measurable or notable snowfall right now. We can see it from the vantage point here at Smith Hill, where our station is right now. We zoom into Utica, where we have a different story right here. We have some of that snow barely falling, and the update we have right now, we've been mentioning this all morning long, is that we will be slowly climbing above freezing today, which means that we'll cut down on any notable snowfall. In order to produce heavy snow with temperatures above freezing, you need to have it's a wet bulb type scenario. Basically, you have so much snow falling that the melting process cools the air. It's called evaporative cooling. You need heavy snow to do that, and right now it's very light. Because of that, we're climbing above freezing, and the snow is melting into more of a sleet mix, if anything, here. In fact, to our west, we're seeing some of that dry air move in and some rain showers out near Buffalo. In fact, it's a bit warm for that, too. It's 36 in Buffalo, 36 Syracuse, 33 degrees in Rome right now with said snow showers, very light at this hour. So this morning, we saw temperatures starting out in the low 30s. We're remaining in the mid 30s this afternoon, with the potential for some spotty sprinkles and rain showers early tonight before lake effect snow kicks in early tomorrow. We'll have all the details on the timing of that coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. New developments in the Jeffrey Epstein...
Download the Storm Tracker 2 mobile app and put the power of Storm Tracker 2 in the palm of your hand. Watch the latest forecast, hour-by-hour conditions, the latest radar this winter. Be prepared. Download the Storm Tracker 2 mobile app today. The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Tuesday. We are beginning this afternoon with some spotty snow showers. A live look at Oneonta. It's a beautiful wintry scene out there with some light snow falling. Not majorly impactful. The snowfall rates haven't gotten that high here locally. There was a different story with some snow banding taking place in the southern tier in western New York, where some spots saw 7 or so inches. One of those unique type of scenarios here with this system. Either way, because the snow is rather light, it is underperforming, which means we're going to be on the lower end of our snowfall forecast right now. Well, while things are starting to quiet down briefly before more lake effect snow arrives tonight. How about this? Santa should have really no issues heading to local houses Christmas Eve. We're in the 20s with mostly cloudy skies, and Christmas Day is shaping up rather nicely. A few morning flurries in the morning, followed by high temperatures in the mid-30s by the afternoon. Just watch out for some icy spots Christmas morning on untreated surfaces due to those temperatures falling below freezing overnight and then climbing above it throughout the daytime. So our Skycast shows that light snow this afternoon. As we head toward this evening, additional snowfall will fizzle out, and we're going to see the arrival of some sprinkles in the late evening and overnight, and eventually some lake effect snow showers until early tomorrow morning. That snow will end, and it looks pretty quiet heading into the rest of both Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Aside from the few flurries, watch what happens Christmas Eve overnight. 1 a.m. pretty quiet. A band of light snow moves in the early morning Christmas, which honestly will look pretty picturesque with the lack of measurable snowfall moving through the area right now. In fact, in terms of additional snowfall expected today, as you can see here, it is going to produce barely anything. In fact, even some snowmelt taking place in the Mohawk Valley, so maybe even negative measurements here with the warmer temperatures in the valley. As you head up into the hills, that snow will start to stick. The temperatures in the higher elevations are below freezing enough for that snow to produce maybe a couple of inches here and there, but nothing that's going to be busting on the high end here in terms of any notable snowfall today, just because we're not seeing that evaporative cooling that you need on a day like today to produce that notable accumulation. Your 7-day forecast, as we continue to track systems throughout the next few days, they are not taking place Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. Again, mainly a few minor flurries Christmas morning. Friday, we're tracking a clipper system moving in from the west. It will likely, at least of now, the path hitting the southern tier. We might get some snow out of it, but I don't think we're the bullseye just now. And then we have some more rain and snow chances heading into Sunday and Monday. So either way, pretty quiet following today for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, Gary.
Yeah, luckily today's light.
Yes, nothing very impactful today.
Eric, thanks. The TSA says the nation's meteorologist Eric Gage joining us now. And Eric, luckily that snow is light today, especially here to the south.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we're looking at temperatures climbing into the mid-30s right now, which is going to prevent a lot of that snow from really sticking. In fact, we look across the state. Let's dive into, say, for example, Buffalo, reporting rain showers right now at 36 degrees. Here locally, we are hovering just above the freezing point. It is technically still snowfall in Rome, Hamilton, Syracuse, Ithaca, Saranac Lake, and Watertown, but barely snow, if that. Let's zoom in here. We can see some other local temperatures. We are in the 30s and 20s. Mainly 20s up north. That's really about it. Mid-30s in the Mohawk Valley, 36 in Washington Mills, 34 Morris and Sherburne, 32 Norwich, and in Oneonta. And a live look from our tower cam. It's barely snowing out there. In fact, I would say even more of a sleety type snow right now. And you head down into Utica. I mean, we see a few flurries flying, but the roads are wet. Snow is melting if it hits the ground there because of those, of course, surface temperatures. So either way, today we're going to see that snowfall begin to exit over the next few hours. We're still going to see some form of snow, but it's not expected to be heavy or at least notable. In fact, later on this evening, we can even see some rain mixing in. So you see here, snow showers as we head into 6 p.m., then some rain mixing in between 8 and 10 around midnight, and then eventually some lake effect snow on the backside of this system here. We're going to dive into this in a lot more detail coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The U.S. Department of Justice today released.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's a beautiful wintry scene in parts of our area, primarily, again, as we head down into Oneonta. A live look from our camera there over Hartwick College, facing, of course, the SUNY Oneonta campus in the background and parts of the town itself and this section of town right here. And either way, it is a beautiful, light, snowy scene. A lot of kids already in that area, home for the holidays, but either way, it's a pretty nice scene there. In fact, for a lot of us, we're only seeing just some light snow. This system hasn't really produced a whole lot of notable accumulations here locally. It's a different story heading toward the southern tier, but we'll talk about what to expect from this system for the rest of the day coming up shortly. I do want to give a quick heads up on, of course, Christmas Eve. Temperatures in the 20s with a lack of snowfall, so you can see here Santa. The only thing he might be getting stuck in is the chimney, with the weather looking pretty quiet here locally over the next day or so. In fact, Christmas Day itself, we have a light snowfall in the morning, which might give us a nice light coating of snow on the ground. But either way, you can see here temperatures peak in the mid-30s by Christmas afternoon. So you might see some snow melt there, but either way, we're back into the 20s by 5 p.m. A heads up, just watch out for icy spots when your friends and family, mainly family members, will come over in the morning hours Christmas Day because, of course, that black ice potential with a melt possible in the day before. So our Skycast shows that snowfall working its way through. Again, the heaviest snow has fallen south of us. By this evening, the snow will taper off. We're going to see a brief round of sprinkles in the late evening and overnight before returning to some lake effect snow bands across the area. Now, this is not expected to be anything major, but some of the hills north and south of the Mohawk Valley might see an inch or two of snow on the ground by early Wednesday. Either way, as we head throughout Wednesday itself, it's looking pretty quiet. Mostly cloudy skies and temperatures in the upper 20s to low 30s. Then by Wednesday evening and Wednesday nights, it's looking still pretty quiet. Entering Christmas morning, a brief round of light snow moves through, then it dries up. Some peaks of sunshine by around noontime, and overall looking pretty nice for Christmas Day standards. In terms of any additional snowfall today, you can really see here, this is elevation dependent, and even in the valleys where we're not expecting any measurable accumulation at all. Some of that snow already melting, so maybe we can even see a negative snowfall measurement here as we head throughout the day today. But there are opportunities for some light snow chances, of course, both tonight as well as we head into early Christmas morning too, with some of that light snow from the west. Following Christmas Day, we've got a cool down on the way, a brief arrival of very cold air. We go into the teens and single digits Thursday night. Friday, we got highs in the teens, a clipper system from the west that for now appears to pass mainly south of us, but we'll keep a close eye on it. Either way, we're back into the 20s and 30s by the weekend and eventually looking like more busy weather there. But either way, Christmas Day and Christmas Eve looking pretty nice, Gary.
Good to travel.
Yes.
Eric, thanks. Surveillance video that's now been released.
With Kristen Copeland and Jason Powers.
A rainy sleet mess to deal with tonight, but then improvement.
Yeah, weather looks decent for travel and Christmas shopping procrastinators. Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis is striking from the Weather Center.
Guilty.
Merry Christmas. Yeah, that's you.
I'm one
Love
of
the
those
tie,
people.
by the way.
Thank you. Same to you. We're all decked out here getting ready for Christmas. The weather should cooperate for the most part. We've got to get through this evening, though. We have a burst of snow, sleet, rain taking place, especially in the lower elevations, so it could be a little bit slippery for the next hour or two. This is the back edge of today's clipper, which really didn't produce much snowfall for the majority of central New York. The heaviest snow ended up falling to the south, out towards Binghamton. Current temperature 33 degrees, light snow being reported at Griffiths, but we're seeing some showers here, some rain showers on the Nexus camera in downtown Utica. As we're tracking some snow showers, rain showers, they end tonight. It's cloudy, it's windy, and seasonably cold heading into Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, but it should be good to travel. We are watching our next chance of snow heading into Friday night, impacting our weather to start the weekend. Snow showers, rain showers this evening, temperatures in the 30s. We're tracking temperatures, and we'll look at the next weather system and look at the forecasts coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. A massive water main break.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. Some unsettled weather to get through over the next couple of hours as this clipper continues to roll through central New York. Tonight, it's producing rain in the lower elevations. This is a live look at our Nexus camera in downtown Utica. And you can see the raindrops splashing on the puddles if you look really closely. And occasionally some raindrops show up on the camera lens. It's a different story in the higher elevations. This is falling as wet snow, and there will be a few slippery spots over the next hour or two, but there is an end in sight as this last round of precipitation rolls in from the northwest. We'll see these rain and snow showers wind down as we head into tonight, and the stage is set for some pretty quiet weather for Christmas Eve. It's windy in the morning, but it's cloudy, and the winds will become lighter throughout the day. Temperatures climb into the low 30s. It should be good weather to travel across central New York. Christmas Day, very similar. It looks windy, cloudy, seasonably cold. Temperatures in the low 30s. For those of you that have snow on the ground, I don't foresee a lot of this going anywhere anytime soon. Maybe a very slow melt as we are very close to or just above freezing over the next couple of days. We do have wind advisories in effect for the Mohawk Valley tomorrow. Areas east of Utica with up to 40 to 45 mile an hour wind gusts. A lot of the winds happen overnight into early tomorrow, and then the winds will become calmer throughout the day. It does look windy on Christmas Day. The winds become lighter heading into the weekend. Temperatures are very close to freezing this evening. Some places are above freezing, like Westmoreland, 34 degrees. Little Falls, though, 32. Across Southern Valleys, Oneonta 30 degrees, and Norwich checking in with 32. This clipper moved across central New York, and again, it was relatively weak, weaker than expected, but again, we are looking at the back edge of this over the next couple of hours. We'll get a chance to dry out as we head into tonight, and the clouds are going to linger around. Precipitation comes to an end overnight. Temperatures drop into the upper 20s tomorrow morning. It's a cloudy start to Christmas Eve, and the clouds will just hang around for the majority of the day. Temperatures will climb into the low 30s. Christmas Eve night, the weather remains cloudy. Could see a flurry or two overnight, but it does look dry for Christmas Day. Looking at cloudy skies and temperatures in the low to mid 30s. Tonight, cloudy skies, windy, snow showers come to an end, a low of 30. Tomorrow, wind in the morning. The winds will relax throughout the afternoon. Temperatures climb into the low 30s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. A sharp cool down is expected Christmas night into Friday, along with some light snow late, a high of 19. Cloudy on Saturday, 26. Rain and snow showers Sunday, with more snow in the forecast Monday and Tuesday.
Bill, thank you.
All right.
Our community is up.
Snow showers tonight.
Yep, let's get you back to Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. He's running across the studio, so he is right on time. Look at how much work he's doing already today.
They're on different sides of the studio. We got you covered, though. We're almost to 40 inches of snow for the city of Utica. Just missed it today by a quarter of an inch. We did add a quarter of an inch today, 39.8 inches. Our departure is 16 inches to date. It has been a very snowy start to winter, although in the Mohawk Valley, there really isn't much snow left. That thaw that we had Friday really put a beat down on the snowpack, at least for parts of our area. And we are seeing some snow showers out there this evening. This is mixing in with some rain showers, especially in the lower elevations. Temperatures will remain near freezing tomorrow and Christmas. It's colder Friday. We're into the 20s Saturday. Temperatures back into the mid 30s here by Sunday. And if you are taking the dog out for a walk this evening, again, just keep in mind rain and snow showers early, and it will be a bit breezy. Tonight's decked out dog is Indy from Secaucus. If you want to be part of this, head to Skycast WKTV on Facebook. This is brought to you by Nissan. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. It's Christmas Eve, which means
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We continue to track snow showers, even a few rain showers out there this evening as this weather system continues to roll through. It really didn't produce all that much snow the heaviest of which fell well to the south today. Storm track shifting out of our area. Live look at Oneonta, temperature of 30 degrees. And again, we are tracking some snow and rain showers this evening, primarily across the Mohawk Valley and North Country. I don't expect any travel issues with this, and the big reason why is we are above freezing in a lot of locations, and this precipitation is relatively light. It'll be coming to an end as we head into later this evening. Christmas Eve forecast, it's windy early on, temperature of 32 degrees. It's cloudy, seasonably cold. Christmas Day also looks windy, but it's also cloudy and seasonably cold, and both days will play out almost the same, just a matter of when the wind is strongest. On Christmas Day, it looks to be in the afternoon. Christmas Eve, it should be in the morning, and both days temperatures will be in the low 30s. We have that wind advisory in effect for the Mohawk Valley tomorrow. Could see wind gusts as high as 40 to 45 miles an hour. It's windy Christmas Day too. The winds become much lighter heading into the weekend. Skywatchers checking in with temperatures. Whitesboro 34 degrees, Helena Cassville 32, Mike in New Hartford 35. Donna, Norway, 30 degrees. Old Forge, 29. John and Schuyler, 29 degrees. Alder Creek, 30. Scott and Edmonston, 32. West Exeter, 31 degrees. Stewart and Cooperstown with 32. Again, this clipper moving across central New York. We're seeing the back edge of this this evening. We'll get a chance to dry out as we head into tonight. Cloudy skies overnight. Temperatures drop into the low 30s. A few lingering snow showers overnight. Wednesday looks cloudy. We could see a few flurries in the morning, but I don't expect an accumulation. Temperatures climb into the upper 20s to low 30s. Christmas Eve night looks generally quiet. Brief snow showers possible very early Christmas morning. I'm looking at cloudy skies throughout the day. Temperatures climb into the mid 30s. Our next chance of widespread snow looks to be late Friday. Cloudy tonight, windy, a low of 30. It's windy tomorrow morning. The winds will become calmer throughout the day. Temperatures climb into the low 30s. And again, traveling should be decent Christmas Eve and Christmas Day if you're traveling locally. On Friday, even Friday should be okay traveling in the first part of the day. Some snow arrives late. It's a lot colder, though, 19 degrees. Saturday, cloudy, 26. The next weather system arrives next week. Rain and snow showers Sunday. Windy, get much colder with lake effect snow possible Monday and Tuesday, and highs in the low 20s. We'll be right back.
News with Kristen Copeland and Jason Palace.
A mix of rain, sleet, and snow in parts of the area tonight. In fact, I have to brush off my car. It was fine just 20 minutes ago.
Just a few minutes ago. A lot of folks are getting ready to head out for Christmas Eve to family and whatnot. How is all of this going to impact your travel plans? Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis tracking it for us tonight.
Well, tonight could be a little bit tricky, and it's mainly in the higher elevations. We're seeing wet snow in the lower spots is falling as rain showers, and this is going to continue over the next couple of hours. The good news is that all of this will be out of our area for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. We're looking at pretty good traveling conditions across central New York. Current temperature 32 degrees. Again, we're right on that freezing mark. Rain showers in the lower elevations, snow showers in the higher spots. Snow showers end tonight. Cloudy, windy, and seasonably cold for Christmas as well as Christmas Eve. Next chance for widespread snow looks to be Friday night. That'll be a close call. We'll take a look at some of the details on that coming up. Snow showers this evening, temperatures in the 30s. The winds pick up tonight. We've got to look at the forecast heading into the holiday, and that's coming up. Back over to you.
All right, Bill, thank you. A massive water main break.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. We're tracking rain and snow showers tonight. Let's take a live look in downtown Utica, where this has been falling as rain showers and snow showers, a combination of the two. Roads are mainly wet as temperatures are very close to freezing. Along higher elevations, snow showers continue. We will see a very light accumulation this evening and into tonight on the back end of this clipper, which did not produce a whole lot of snowfall today. A lot of this ended up falling to the south of what we were expecting. As we head into Christmas Eve, the winds will be around, especially in the morning. Cloudy skies, temperatures in the low 30s. The weather should be good for traveling. Same thing with Christmas Day. Like Christmas Eve, cloudy skies, also wind, especially in the afternoon. Temperatures climb into the low 30s. Just under 40 inches of snow for the season for Utica. We picked up 1/4 of an inch today. We're, again, very close to the 40-inch mark. We are 16 inches above average as of today. We've got wind in the forecast as we head into tonight. Wind advisories in effect for the Mohawk Valley. The winds pick up overnight. In fact, they look to be strongest around 3 o'clock in the morning. Could see gusts between about 30 to 40 miles an hour. It is breezy, if not windy at times, Wednesday morning, 7 a.m., but the winds will become lighter throughout the day. In fact, by the afternoon, much lighter winds. Light winds tomorrow night. The winds pick up for Christmas. We're expecting winds between about 25 to 30 miles an hour in the afternoon. Skywatchers checking in. Whitesboro 34 degrees, West Leyden 30, John and Schuyler 29, Alder Creek 30, across Southern Valley, Skidivas, Gary 33, Worcester, Carroll with 32. This clipper is moving out, and again, we'll see some light snow showers overnight. The weather will dry out as high pressure works in from the west. We're looking at cloudy skies tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the upper 20s to low 30s. It's cloudy most of Christmas Eve. We could have a couple of flurries in the morning, but again, the majority of the day looks dry. Temperatures climb into the low 30s. Cloudy skies Christmas Eve night. We could see a couple of flurries early Christmas morning. That doesn't look to last. Temperatures climb into the low 30s heading into Christmas afternoon with a bit of a breeze picking up from the northwest. Tonight, cloudy. Windy, a low of 30. Tomorrow, cloudy skies, windy in the morning. The winds become lighter throughout the day. Highs in the low 30s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Snow returns late Friday. It looks cold, a high of only 19. Cloudy skies on Saturday, 26. Rain and snow showers Sunday, up to 35. And colder weather with lake effect snow possible Monday and Tuesday.
All right, Bill, thank you. Wow.
Still to come on News Channel 2 at 6, a former Hamilton College man. The forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis, getting us set for Christmas Eve. And what can we say, but not too bad.
Yeah, looking pretty good. Cloudy skies. It should be dry. A lot of people are traveling tomorrow. Shouldn't be a problem here. We will be dealing with some wind, especially in the morning, but I don't think that's going to be lasting all day. We did see some snow today, especially south and west of central New York. At least the worst of it took place. We do have a wind advisory in effect tonight for the Mohawk Valley and into tomorrow morning, where wind gusts could get as high as 40 miles an hour. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. A few lingering flurries out there tonight. Current temperature 37 degrees. We are above freezing. It turns windy overnight. Clouds continue tomorrow and Thursday. Snow returns by Friday. So a couple of days to enjoy as we get into Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and then some snow returns Friday. Cloudy skies tonight, low temperature of 30 degrees. Again, we've got to look at the forecast heading into Christmas, and it's coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Governor Hochul just placed regulations. Murray from
Download the Storm Tracker 2 mobile app and put the power of Storm Tracker 2 in the palm of your hand. Watch the latest forecast, hour-by-hour conditions, the latest radar this winter. Be prepared. Download the Storm Tracker 2 mobile app today. The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're taking a live look in downtown Utica. It is looking wet across the lower elevations. Temperatures are still above freezing, so the roads are wet. The side roads can still be a little bit slushy. The higher elevations, the snow is still falling, and those are still looking pretty slippery, especially across Lewis County tonight. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Christmas Eve, the weather is looking windy in the morning, cloudy throughout the day. Temperatures climb into the low 30s. Christmas Day, pretty similar. Cloudy skies, temperatures in the low 30s. It looks windy as we head into Christmas Day during the afternoon and evening. We almost hit 40 inches of snow today. We were pretty close, and that's for the whole season for the city of Utica. We picked up a quarter of an inch, so we go up to 39.8 inches, a departure of 16 inches on the season. So we are running way ahead of schedule here, and it does look like we'll be adding some more to this as we head into Friday. We do have wind advisories in effect for the Mohawk Valley as we head into tomorrow. Most of this wind will be around early in the day, and again, we're looking at wind gusts up to about 40 miles an hour. So it does look a bit windy here as we head into the first part of the day. Now, as we look at the bigger picture, again, those winds are going to be around as we head into the morning time, but they do diminish heading into the afternoon. So it turns a lot less windy here as we go forward. and we'll get a break from the wind as we head into tomorrow night. Bigger picture shows a clipper. It's going to continue to move to the east. Again, the worst of this was out of central New York. And again, we're looking at some pretty quiet weather here as we get into Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Looking at overcast skies here. And the weather will stay dry here, at least for the short term. Forecast heading into tonight. Again, cloudy skies. Overnight lows drop down into the low 30s. Tomorrow, we're looking at cloudy skies. Temperatures top out in the upper 30s. And again, looking at pretty quiet weather here. On Friday, we are looking at another weather system that could potentially bring us some snow. It looks like the worst of this will be passing south, but we'll keep you posted. Tonight, cloudy skies, wind, temperatures near 30. Tomorrow, we're looking at cloudy skies, windy conditions, temperatures in the low 30s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecasts. Next chance of snow here Friday, 19. Cloudy skies Saturday. And then tracking some rain and snow showers Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
So, in other words, if you're going traveling tomorrow, perfect day to do it.
Yes.
You won't even have the sun in your eyes.
That's
Just
right.
A little overcast and easy to drive. All right,
Yeah.
Thank you, Bill. Coming up next, new doctors with the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. Not too shabby, a Christmas Eve forecast. Good news is no snow, no bad roads, which
Yeah.
means we can get to Grandma's house.
Yeah, it should be a good day to travel. If you have to travel locally, temperatures are going to be in the low 30s. We're looking at cloudy skies throughout. A little bit of wind in the morning, but other than that, it's a pretty quiet day and a nice break here. And it looks like Christmas Day will be pretty similar. We do have a wind advisory in effect for the Mohawk Valley tonight. In the wake of a cold front, the winds are going to be picking up. We're expecting wind gusts over 40 miles an hour. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We're still seeing some showers out there, rain showers in the lower elevations, snow showers in some of the higher spots. Temperature's still 37. We're still above freezing, but it's not going to be the case all night long. We do expect the weather to change. The winds pick up. It cools down tonight. It's cloudy tomorrow and Thursday. Snow returns on Friday, especially south of the Mohawk Valley. We're cloudy tonight. Low temperature of 30. Again, we've got to look at the forecast heading into Christmas, and that's coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Governor Hochul just placed regulations on
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're taking a live look in downtown Utica. We're tracking a few rain showers tonight. These are going to turn over to a few light snow showers as the cold front moves through. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Lots of this activity is falling north of the Mohawk Valley, and this does come to an end by tomorrow. The winds are going to pick up tonight. We'll have windy conditions around first thing in the morning. Temperatures will climb into the low 30s in the afternoon, cloudy skies. Christmas Day looks pretty similar. Dry, good for traveling. Temperatures once again in the low 30s. It looks windy Christmas Day during the afternoon time. Temperatures in the low 30s. We picked up a quarter of an inch of snow today, almost putting us to 40 inches on the season for Utica. We are running a surplus of 16 inches, and we will likely hit 40 inches at some point here. Most likely Friday, that will be our next chance of snow. Wind advisories in effect for the Mohawk Valley for tonight. Again, looking at peak wind gusts overnight to about 40 miles an hour. And again, this is 3 o'clock in the morning. That's when we're expecting some of the stronger winds. The winds will be around first thing in the morning, and then they'll diminish as we get into the afternoon. So it becomes lighter here by 3 p.m. Light winds tomorrow night. The winds will return on Christmas Day. It's just not as intense as what we're expecting tonight. Wind gusts about 20 to 25 miles an hour Christmas Day. Radar and satellite image, a clipper continues to move out. Cold front moves in. And again, the wind direction is going to change here as we get into tonight. Those winds pick up, but it remains cloudy here tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the low 30s. Tomorrow morning, cloudy skies. Temperatures start out in the upper 20s. We don't really warm up very much tomorrow. Temperatures hovering right around the freezing mark here. It remains dry through tomorrow night. We may see a few light flurries, snow showers early Christmas morning as a cold front moves in. Those are few and far between. The bigger story Christmas Day, clouds, a breeze, temperatures in the low 30s, pretty quiet day. And it gets a lot colder here as we head into Christmas night. Friday, we're watching a close call. An area of low pressure looks to pass very close to central New York, accumulating snow in the cards. At this point, the early data suggests the heaviest snow is going to fall to our south. But again, since this happens Friday night, It's still several days away. We'll keep you posted on the trends. Cloudy tonight, windy, low of 30. Tomorrow, cloudy skies, windy in the morning, high of 32. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Widespread snow Friday, 19. Again, that's going to be late in the day. Temperatures will be in the teens Friday afternoon. A temperature of 26 on Saturday, and then rain and snow showers Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
Looks good. And nice driving weather for tomorrow for going to go visit family.
Yes, a little windy in the morning, but it should be dry.
Hang on, let's hear it.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Phil. Well, Bruder weather and how